Fleetwood Stories live, my Cadillacos. It's a Sunday evening, Sunday night. We getting right, you know what I'm talking about? Salute to everybody watching. If it's your first time tuning in, let me know what country, what state, what province, what street corner, what penthouse in the sky you checking in from, because we worldwide, and it's nothing but love. Wherever you are in the world, I send you nothing but love, blessings, prayer. I hope your family's good, your health is straight, and your finance, it's even better. You know what I'm talking about? We got the Fleetwood Stories tonight, man. Now, we've been talking about this on the live for a while now. I'm not talking about for a while, man. So a lot of day ones, we've been talking about this now. Let me get my monitor straight, make sure I'm good. All right, Whitney Houston. Let me see what the poll is saying so far. 75% of the poll done said Clive Davis is the reason why. Now, before we go there, everything we're going to say tonight, it's a legend. A legend. Because it's conspiracy theory. We wasn't there for sure to know the facts. But we can analyze what we see. So now we're bringing up the first person to the docket. Ray J. They said Ray J was the dope boy that was supplying her. They was supplying her with with the stuffs. Let's get down to the smoke.
I got some old crazy news for y'all. There's about to be a new trial in 2026. They calling it the trial of the century, and it allegedly involves Brandy, Ray J, and the death of Whitney Houston. People still don't know what's going on, because when Brandy received that note from Whitney Houston when she was in front of Clive Davis, a lot of people calling it a death note.
Okay, 12 today is for you. 12 today. I have to. I'm just saying.
What do you really think she handed her in that note? Whitney didn't seem all there that night. That particular night. Seemed like she was all over the place, but I always wonder, because Brandy won't tell us shit, what the hell was in that note? I think that whatever was in that note goes a long way to what happened that night, I believe. That's my opinion.
I love it because I can't. I love it. It's my dad. It's my dad. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Mom, come see her. Come say hi to. Come say hi to your godfather. Come say hi to your goddad.
Even though there's a lot of unsolved mysteries with Whitney Houston, one thing for sure, she was involved with the Norwood family. All the way from Brandy to Ray J. Her and Brandy's little brother became intimate while she was still married to Bobby Brown.
Ray, what's that new gift like?
Hey man, they said it wouldn't last, Whitney. They said it wouldn't last, Ray J. Have a good night, y'all.
Shorty got gifts, Ray.
Beautiful. Oh man.
When people first saw this video, they began accusing Ray J of being her dope man, her lover, and her murderer. Ray J has denied these allegations over the years.
Yo, man, in one shot, I'm looking at that situation, and then Whitney doesn't look like she's all there, man. Nah. And what the hell is Whitney doing with a Ray J? I always wondered that. If Whitney was alive today, I have to ask him, man, what? This is why they can say Ray J was a dope boy. Cause what other reason that you chilling with Ray J? Randy's little brother. Of all the goddamn people, you know what I'm saying?
Black, like, other, like, vloggers and shit, like, talking about it. Then they pull up, like, all the Whitney shit, and then you try to put me, like, walking out of the hotel. Salute. Like, as if I could even get in there. I'm like, I wasn't even in there. So it's like, what are y'all talking about?
Listen, Ray J's lying. Ray J in an interview, I'm gonna find it when I'm gonna pull up the an edited version. Ray J said he was in a different state and was driving back. Only for us to find out there's evidence. No, I think you forgot that we saw you on camera leaving the hotel room and you was covering your head top. I saw it, I know I saw it, and a lot of other people saw it because I done verified it in comments and in our chats. Ray J is, so I know Ray J is a liar. I know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? What we say, salute to you, Lady T. Good evening on a Sunday night. Salute to you. What we said? I didn't really believe they were in a relationship. I don't know what that was. A situationship? I don't know what that was, though. All right? Whitney was a... Said Whitney was a Kruger from early. Is Bobby like 10 years younger than her too? You know what? Let's stop and analyze this for a second, okay? Nah, you got me thinking. Bobby was younger than her. Bobby ends up getting fucked up. Is it Whitney? Whitney is a cougar from early, and she take advantage of the young niggas, or they allow her to do the things she wants to do because I don't know. But that's a very good point you make there, though. That's a very good point you make there.
Like, I gotta literally come out and explain what it really was, which is super disrespectful to Whitney, but like now it's getting out of control. Now it's like, fam, like I was not there.
Even though there's eyewitnesses that seen him at the scene of Whitney Houston's murder, Ray J has still been in denial this whole time. And Brandy also been in denial of everything, even though Whitney Houston handed her that note on that fateful night.
It would be the last performance of her life.
We are learning more about the final moments of Whitney Houston's life.
10 years later, we're still grappling with the loss of one of our greatest stars and the tragic circumstances of her final days. Here's the timeline. Wednesday, February 8th, Whitney was spotted leaving her doctor's office in Beverly Hills. She was treated for a sore throat.
Whitney headed back to her suite here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. She was in town for the Grammy Awards. But later that day, witnesses said she was acting strangely and wandering aimlessly in the lobby. They said that she looked disheveled, smelled of alcohol and cigarettes, and her clothes were mismatched.
Thursday, February 9, Whitney crashed a TV interview with her mentor, Clive Davis, and singers Brandy and Monica. Her hair was dripping wet.
Why are you wet? Because I'm a swimmer. I do 2 hours a day.
Later that night, Whitney surprised everyone by joining singer Kelly Price on stage at a pre-Grammy party. No one could have imagined the end was near. The final images of her were taken as she left the party. Her hair messy, her face sweaty. Saturday, February 11. In the morning, Whitney spoke with her cousin, Dionne Warwick, on the phone. She was so up and ready and happy. She had everything in the world to live for, Dionne would later say. Later, Whitney ordered lunch from room service, a burger, French fries, a turkey sandwich, jalapenos, and champagne, which she finished in the bathroom. 3:43 p.m., Whitney took a bath, but her hairdresser became concerned that she'd been in there for so long. She knocked on the door.
When she didn't answer, she went in and found the superstar face up in the water-filled tub. She and the bodyguard pulled Whitney out, called 911, and frantically tried to revive her, but it was too late.
As Whitney lay dead on...
Where was the bodyguard the whole time? Where was the bodyguard the whole time? And what was that? It's like she knew, so she's wrapping up all her affairs. Yeah. Because her movements just didn't make sense. Something was up. I think she knew something was definitely going on. And it's like, here's my thing, right? When people pass away in hotel rooms, or whatever the case might be, under suspicious reasons, why we don't just check the cameras? If something went down, it's going to be in the cameras. If there's any foul play, it shall be in the cameras.
The 4th floor, a pre-Grammy party went on downstairs. You can actually hear the music blaring while the Crime Lab team was parked outside. Music journalist Garrett Kennedy is the author of the new book, Didn't We Almost Have It All?, in defense of Whitney Houston.
The circumstances, of course, made it this almost Shakespearean ending to this, tragic tale that we had seen slowly play out for a long time.
The news is saying one thing, but the streets is saying a whole nother thing. People are alleging that Ray J is the one that gave her the bad dope, and that's the reason why things went left, because he was her pusher man, allegedly.
Ray J. Poor Ray J.
the bag of
Jalo So Chico Black in the building. Salute to your player partner, my partner player. Not talking about already, man. Sunday evening, man. I hope you're having a good day. Hopefully you're having a good weekend, player partner. You know what I'm saying? We getting some conspiracy this evening with Whitney Houston. Right now we at what is the name there? Ray J. And they said Ray J the dope boy. You know what I'm saying? They said Ray J was the dope boy.
fitting on, bro. Come on, blood. Come on, blood. And shout out to all my hundreds while I'm out here doing my shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything happen to me, you know, all my hundreds, you know who you are. Shout out to all my hundreds, though. You know what I'm saying? It might be like 3 or 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2 or 1. I don't know. Maybe a million of you. But shout out to all my hundreds, cause yeah, man. That nigga gave my mama the bag with the fitting on. Then opened up the door and let him put her in the tub. Then ran away like he was supposed to be the next Orlando Brown. Ray J, that's how you get down.
I just don't.
All right, before Ray J says this bullshit, it says that she ate her last meal in the bathroom, a big meal too. It's like someone on death row in prison getting their last meal. Everything about that part when the man was talking about it, it's like she knew, it's like her spirit knew, man, this is it. But was there foul play involved? Because that just make it seem like she was, I don't know. They want to say she was high, but I don't want to say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Well, what we say? I already know Ray J, he in the hospital now. It came out on the news. He's in the, what? Ray J, if Ray J's in the hospital, man, Ray J needs help. Oh my God.
I don't think you need to block the Whitney stuff. Just let it live, man. I don't care. You know, I just, it's insensitive, but it's a story that people are making up. It's just way out.
Rumors about Brandy sacrificing Whitney Houston so she can get out of that trouble that she got into when she caused that fatal car accident. She killed that lady in that crash. They was milking her dry. Lawyer fees, albums ain't selling. Something had to give. And the rumor is her and Ray J gave up Whitney Houston.
The California Highway Patrol is recommending that actress-singer Brandy be charged with misdemeanor vehicular manslaughter in a freeway crash that killed a motorist last December in Los Angeles. The recommendation...
Y'all remember when Brandy killed that dude, though? I mean, unalive that dude? That shit was, man. It's a stretch, though, to say that Brandy kind of had like a, you know, a sacrificial involvement. That's a stretch to me. But there was a time in Brandy's life where everything seemed to be going wrong, though.
Comes after a CHP probe of the incident. Police say 27-year-old performer Brandy Norwood was driving her SUV on an LA freeway on December 30 last year when she rear-ended a car driven by Awatef Abudahaj. Abudahaj, seen here in a photo with her husband, died a day later from injuries suffered in the crash. An attorney for the victim's husband says the report appears to be fair and thorough.
By now, sadly.
Okay, but yo, Chico, why is Ray J in the hospital though? I didn't get that cup of tea. So yeah, you can let me know I didn't get that cup of tea, man. But we already can see Ray J is inconsistent throughout the years with where he was and how he was and what he was doing at the time of when the situation happened. It's like you don't remember what he said before from what he's saying now, type of thing. Okay? Now, the other person on our docket, because 80% of the poll, all right, says it was Clive Davis. Said it was Clive Davis. Yeah, saying it's a stretch. Why would they sacrifice Whitney? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a stretch. Well, that's a heavy duty stretch. And when you say, yes, it was foul play. What you say? Yes, it was foul play on Whitney Houston's death. Whitney's death, absolutely for sure. That is 100%. What the heck? I never heard that shit. What? That Jay-Z and Beyonce got together. Jay-Z was also with Brandy, and they got a baby together. Jay-Z is the father. I never got that cup of tea, allegedly. Yeah, I never got that cup of tea, allegedly. But that's not be a stretch, though. I haven't seen Brandy's daughter. I gotta see Brandy's daughter. I think I gotta go check out Brandy's daughter. All right, we gonna bring Clive Davis to the docket this evening, and let's see if we can find some inconsistencies.
You've all learned of the unspeakably
Hold on, y'all. My mind got to catch up. I think I fucked the last.
tragic news of our beloved Whitney's passing.
Why did you let the party go on?
Of course, this is a personal thing, but the Grammys were the next night. You don't cancel.
Every day I was with her, I was not happy.
Right.
Like, I was not happy.
Right. It was the right thing.
And I saw myself, like, I was like, yo, I'm on top of the world.
Right.
Look at all the people I'm shaking hands with right now.
Did Clive Davis and Ray J get paid millions to take down Whitney Houston? New shocking evidence reveals a sinister plot behind her tragic death, exposing two of the industry's biggest names at the heart of it all.
You want to know what Clive Davis did for Whitney Houston? And the next thing you know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in.
Did these two men profit off Whitney Houston's tragic death? Or worse, were they part of a sinister plot that took her life?
Singer Whitney Houston, one of the greatest voices of our generation.
Jaguar right always has some shit to say, though, goddammit. She say, yo, Ray J the dope boy. Ray J was the last one to see her. Ray J let the dope boy in, and that was it. I saw Ray J leaving the goddamn hotel, though. I know the nigga tried to hide.
CNN has gotten confirmation from a representative has died.
February 11th, 2012. The world stood still as the news of Whitney Houston's death spread. Found lifeless in a bathtub at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, just hours before Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammy party. The public was told it was an accidental drowning, but for many close to Whitney, this explanation didn't add up. How could the vibrant and larger-than-life Whitney Houston be gone just like that?
It was a setup. Yes. Nick was told not to let her go out of that house and to do whatever it was he got paid to do.
Leola Brown wasn't alone in her suspicions. Following her death, rumors began circulating about the people closest to her in those final hours. And one person who was frequently mentioned in those rumors was Clive Davis. Clive Davis, the legendary music mogul, discovered Whitney and helped launch her to international fame.
Here she was, just turning 19, and she was stunning beauty, stunning vocal.
But then you know what though? There's a lot of inconsistencies here. What we said, what we said is a stretch. Beyonce, that's I gotta see the daughter, but that would probably be one of those heavy stretches. Unless you see the daughter, and the daughter has some characteristics of the guy, then it's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, then it's like, oh shit, right? And then you know what I'm saying? They said her body looks like she was in a fight. But it didn't say her body looked like it was in a fight, though. And yeah, yo, Chica, I'm gonna check out the video, though. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see what it's all about. But that sounds like a stretch. You know what I mean? It sounds like a stretch, but, you know, we gotta see what the baby looked like. But Clive now, I heard accounts of where she looked like she was in a fight. She looked like she was in a struggle. This man this guy made it seem like, okay, she just was in the bathtub and just passed out or some shit. All accounts still don't add up.
And I brought her on national television. I introduced her for the next generation.
But beneath the public image of a caring mentor was a man with dark secrets. Jaguar Wright claims that Whitney's death was no accident. According to her, Whitney had discovered that millions of dollars were missing from her earnings and was planning to leave Clive's record label. In case you didn't know, Clive Davis has been a powerful force in the music industry for decades, helping to launch the careers of legends like Whitney Houston and Biggie Smalls. But with great power comes great controversy. Davis's name has been linked to several suspicious deaths, most notably Biggie's. As we all know, Biggie was taken down in 1997. Some believe that, like Whitney, Biggie's death was orchestrated to keep him from leaving the label and taking his talent and potential earnings elsewhere. Anyway, Wright's criticism didn't stop there. She explicitly called out Clive Davis, the renowned music executive closely associated with Houston's career, accusing him of exploiting the singer's talent and struggles for personal gain.
Saying a film to celebrate Whitney Houston. This is a film to, pay the pipe.
Referring to Davis's purported efforts to help Houston overcome her challenges prior to her death, Wright didn't mince her words. Wright went on to highlight Davis's actions leading up to Houston's demise, including sending her on an international tour despite her ongoing struggles with substance AB. However, Clive Davis is not the only person that Wright mentioned. Jaguar Wright revealed that Ray J was the last person to see Whitney Houston alive, and that he was actually the one who let the substance dealer into her room to drug her.
She's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in, but she was sober, right? But he let the drug dealer in that gave her the shot.
She went on to say that Whitney had been beaten up before her death. Although Jaguar doesn't mention who was responsible for beating up Whitney, all the fingers currently point.
Now. Her wanted. God damn, here we go. What? Her wanting the catalog, her catalog back, is what brings us back to kind of like what happened to Michael Jackson. See, these labels will do that kind of shit allegedly, because then at that point you're worth more dead than alive. So you know what I'm saying? At that point, you know what I'm saying? Good evening, night. Good evening, Miss Night. Good evening. Salute to you this evening. You know what I'm talking about? We get into the Whitney Houston shit, some Clive Davis. You know what I'm talking about? She died. Her daughter died, was facts. And the boyfriend died now. Her mom died. Oh, shit. Who do you think got all Whitney's money? Oh, shit. Oh, God damn. It wasn't Bobby. He was next the heir in line for the money. He's still fighting for it. Yo, bro, I never thought of it like that. Holy shit. Bobby Christina died. You know what I'm saying? The boyfriend died. The mom died. God damn. A lot of allegedness is going on, man. There's a lot of alleged looking like Clive Davis might be the guy that we got to be looking at for some shit that's going on.
Towards Ray J. In fact, after learning that Houston's use was one of the causes of her death, the icon's ex-husband, Bobby Brown's sister, Leola, reportedly claimed that Ray J knew someone who sold substances and accused him of providing substances to Whitney. Leola reportedly claimed that she witnessed Ray J leaving Houston's hotel room when her former sister-in-law died. She then accused Ray of being a runner boy for the music legend because he knew somebody that sold substances, from whom he bought and supplied them to Whitney. In addition to this, in a resurfaced interview, Ray J can be heard saying that he could get Whitney to be sober if he wanted to. This interview was conducted while Whitney was still alive, which meant that Ray J was actually controlling her at the time. What's even more shocking is that in that same interview, Ray J also admitted to using Whitney for clout.
Every day I was with her, I was not happy.
Right.
Like, I was not happy.
Right. It was the right thing.
And I saw myself, like, I was like, yo, I'm on top of the world.
Right.
Look at all the people I'm shaking hands with right now.
At this point, it is clear that Ray J did not care about Whitney and only used her to get his fame.
Yo, you know what, though? If I'm a young little nigga, I want to date fucking Whitney Houston. I want some clout. So the clout part, I understand. But how did it end up that, Bobby and fucking Ray J end up, and they're both younger than Whitney. So I don't know if Whitney is the instigator when it comes to certain activity. I don't know. But Ray J got some explaining to do. We got comments in the comment section. We say, Clive killed Michael because of his contract. Said when it was over, he was going to be part owner of Sony. Yeah, absolutely right. And I'd be goddamn if Clive Davis was going to let that shit happen. Clive was not going to let that. Clive wasn't going to let that shit happen. And for goddamn sure, he's going to make sure he gets his money. Like Clive not. And then Michael owned the fucking Beatles too. Oh shit. They're gonna make Michael a very, very wealthy ass nigga if he wasn't already. You know what I'm saying? Gotta remember, Whitney Houston to the music industry was the GOAT of the singing. And Clive Davis knew that, and he was manipulating to keep her, he had to keep her out of her monies. Goddamn right. Man was trying to keep her out of her monies. Same way he did Michael. And probably, and TLC. I think we talked about TLC. So now we're seeing there's a track, he had a track of this shit. You know what I'm saying? He has a record of this shit, is what I'm trying to say. Why you think Ray J and Brandy are having problems this day? Oh, to this day. She know Ray J killed her idol. Yo, Brandy don't fuck with Ray J. Holy shit. I knew it was going to get hot and heated tonight. I knew it was going to get hot and heated tonight. Oh, shit. What did he say? Oh, man. And also, Whitney Houston and Tupac had a romantic relationship. Bobby Brown even said it in an interview. Facts. Yo, you got to send me that one. I didn't get that cup of tea either. I got to get that. You know what I'm saying? I got to get that cup of tea, man. Yeah, I got to get that one for sure. Because if that one was going on, Whitney just likes some young.
Later on, when Whitney died, Ray J was seen at her funeral grabbing her casket and faking tears for fame and to catapult his career. In 2017, Ray expressed his regrets about what happened to Whitney and even confessed that he was to blame. Speaking to singer Stacey Francis during season of Celebrity Big Brother, Ray brought up the events from 2012, saying, "Stacey and I, we had a conversation about what happened with Whitney Houston before she passed. I never talk about it, but it was something I felt she wanted to talk about, and it was the right time, so we talked briefly about it. And I told them how I felt, how I blame myself on a lot of stuff." Ray also insisted that although several media outlets offered him millions to reveal secrets of the music icon's death, he turned down every single proposal. He said, "I had so many people calling me offering millions of dollars to have an interview. I was like, I don't need the money. It's not good money. That's just not right. My karma would be bad." Ray J and Whitney Houston had a well-known and often speculated about relationship that has captured the public's attention for years. Whitney Houston was already an established superstar by the time she met Ray J in the early 2000s. On the other hand, Ray was a young up-and-comer when he first met Houston. He had already begun his career as an actor, appearing on shows like The Sinbad Show and Moshe, and had just released his debut album, Everything You Want.
What the hell would she want with Ray J, though? Now, I still don't understand that scenarios, man. I still don't understand that. What the hell would she want with a Ray J? You know what I'm saying? What the hell would she want with a goddamn Ray J? Unless you're a cougar.
In 1997. At the time, he was still a teenager, and he quickly became enamored with Houston's talent and presence. It's not entirely clear how the two met, but they quickly became close friends. They were often seen together at events and parties, and Ray J even appeared on Houston's reality show, Being Bobby Brown, in 2005. The show, which followed Houston and her then-husband Bobby Brown as they went about their daily lives, gave viewers a glimpse into the couple's tumultuous relationship, but it also showcased Houston's affection for Ray J. As the years went on, rumors began to swirl that Ray J and Houston's relationship was more than just platonic. Some sources claim that they had been romantically involved, while others...
So she was cheating on Bobby with Ray J? Oh, he said Tupac died and Bobby saw Whitney cry for weeks and asked her why Whitney was what was going on, and she told her the truth about he told her the truth about her and Pac romantic relationship. And man, yo, I don't doubt it, but I got to give that cup of tea, man. That's one of the legends I haven't got yet across my timeline. But yo, there's a lot of shit that that went on back in like early 90s, 92, 93, 94. That was wild. You know what I'm saying? That was wild. To me, that was the best time in hip hop. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Around the early 90s, bro, you know what I'm saying? Early 2000s wasn't bad either. I ain't even gonna lie. When we got the 2010s, it all went to shit.
Insisted that they were simply close friends. Despite the speculation, neither Ray J nor Houston ever confirmed or denied the rumors. After Whitney died in 2012, Ray J was reportedly devastated by the loss. And in interviews following her death, he spoke candidly about their relationship, describing her as a mentor and a friend.
I really miss my friend. You know, I really do. I'm still hurting.
In any case, despite the claims that Ray J might have actually been responsible for Whitney being on substances, we still cannot dismiss Clive's involvement in all this. In fact, the revelations surrounding Clive Davis and his potential to profit from Whitney Houston's untimely demise have sent shockwaves through the music industry. These discoveries have shed light on the notorious death clause, a provision that has long been shrouded in secrecy and controversy.
Well, that's going on. What?
This clandestine clause, also known as a non-performance or failure of performance clause, raises grave concerns due to its alarming implications. As findings have unveiled, the death clause is a contractual stipulation that grants record companies an astonishing level of power and potential for profiting, even in the face of an artist's untimely demise. This seemingly nefarious maneuver ensures that labels are not only entitled to recoup their investments, but also to lay claim to a substantial portion of the deceased artist's earnings from various revenue streams.
Think about this for a moment. When an artist signs his name on the dotted
Yeah, because the label owns the royalty. If you don't own your royalty and you pass away, man, the label's going to get all your goddamn money. That's just what it is. The label going to take all the goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? So, which brings us to Clive Davis. If Whitney passed away, Clive stands to benefit. The trail leads one. It kind of leads one way. Alleged. Like I gotta say alleged. Okay. Michael Jackson. I think Michael Jackson had whoever Michael Jackson had to beef with. Same shit. I pass away. You stand to benefit. We can kind of see where the trail goes. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
line to a record company. The record company will in many cases own all of the masters for the songs recorded under that contract. And when an artist signs to a major label, it's safe to say that their death is in many ways factored into the initial investment. And in many ways, after an artist has peaked in popularity, there becomes an awkward point in their career where the artist is worth more to them dead than alive.
The mechanism through which this clause operates is shrouded in secrecy, yet it essentially empowers companies to secure hefty insurance policies against the projected earnings of their artists. In a twisted turn of events, this provision renders record labels as
Yo! You just said it. Labels even get insurance policies to their artists too. And then I just heard in the documentary we watching. So and I was gonna, listen, man. These labels is scam artists. Man, listen. You start a record deal, nigga. I got life insurance on your head, nigga. You can go ahead and talk all that gangster rap you want to talk about. If some shit goes south, I'm getting paid off of your royalty. I got a goddamn life insurance on your ass, nigga. I'm double stacking. So if you're not popping anymore, like you're not popping no more, like you're in that spot where you're not popping, but your catalog from before is popping, man, you're better off gone than, you know what I'm saying, anything else, because we gonna profit more off of the old music. Holy shit, man, what a game.
beneficiaries of both the life and death of the very talents they are meant to nurture and promote. Intriguingly, this malevolent clause has evolved over time, adopting a subtler facade while maintaining its exploitative essence. Once valued in thousands, it now holds the potential to be worth billions, owing to the colossal investments labels make in nurturing and promoting burgeoning talents. The insurance policies procured under this clause serve as a safeguard against potential losses in the event of an artist's incapacity or demise, thereby safeguarding the label's investments and projected profit.
Okay, let me flip the script for a second, though. Let me just try to see the other side. Okay, let me just try to see the other side. If I got all these artists, like you can imagine all the artists on the Clive label record label, why would he want to take out Whitney? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching. Maybe I am stretching. I'm trying. I'm trying to give Clive a chance now.
Amidst this maelstrom of revelations, speculation has begun to swirl around the extent of Clive Davis's involvement with the death clause. As a mastermind behind the success of many artists, including Whitney Houston, questions arise about whether he reaped any benefits from the tragic loss of his prized protege. While no concrete evidence has surfaced linking Davis directly to this exploitative clause, artists and insiders have started to come forward, painting a troubling picture of his role in potentially capitalizing on the grim provisions of the clause. Whispers have transformed into outspoken voices.
You know what? We got a comment in the comment section. Knight said, listen, that's why they say Biggie paid for his own funeral. If you watch the documentary, Puffy set it up that Biggie was going to pay for his own funeral. When that nigga found out, the concert said, no, don't worry, Biggie gonna pay for the shit. So if it's that easy for them to manipulate the books to make Biggie pay for it, and he passed away, nothing is off limits. I could see where if you're a greedy record executive and you don't give a goddamn, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know what I'm saying? They get $1 million policy for each artist, plus they get their masters. That's sickening. That's sickening. Like, first of all, you write the music, you don't own shit. You don't own nothing. You perform it, you don't own nothing. Then they got life insurance on your head, $1 million. Yo, these people are crooks. But it's a smart business move. But you're a sucker if you're signing. That's why a lot of niggas is going independent. This, you gotta do this. Oh.
As several artists shed light on their experiences within the clutches of the music industry's dark underbelly, their stories echo the same sentiment, that the death clause, once a well-guarded secret, is not a relic of the past, but a contemporary reality. It has been alleged that Davis and other industry magnates might have leveraged this clause to their advantage, using it as a financial safety net against unforeseen losses. One person who spoke about this is avant-garde musician Diamanda Gallus. Days after Houston's tragic demise, Gallus took to her Facebook page calling the record executive a colossal pig. According to Gallus, Houston should have been allowed to study for a minimum of 2 years with a voice therapist or teacher before even rehearsing, let alone performing on stage. In the entry, she claimed that the singer was put back on stage before she was ready to perform by Davis. Gallus wrote that Houston was ill-prepared to perform, writing, "What was she put on stage as? A lesson that substances. Hey, want to see a crack hoe sing? Courtesy of Clive Davis." Wow, man, that will be some freaky-ish, right? You bet, man. Gallus didn't stop there, claiming that Davis could now, quote-unquote, package her death in frills and sell it big time, even during the nadir of record sales. She even went so far as to claim to foresee what the 79-year-old record industry vet would say in response. And Clive and Sony will say, even though we do not hope to even break even with this uncompromising tribute to Whitney Houston, we feel personally that it is her due as the foremost singer ever on our labels and as the lovely girl she always was to us. At the time, a spokesman for Davis responded by saying, "While Miss Gallus is entitled to her uninformed opinion, her Facebook post is wholly inaccurate and offensive. Clive Davis cherished Whitney and shares a mutual love for the Houston family. It is absolutely outrageous for anyone to suggest that Mr. Davis ever had anything but Whitney's best interest at heart. If you think it's only Gallus making these insinuations, you'd be wrong."
I don't believe that because Clive let the show continue. Or the party. It wasn't even the Grammys, it was the party. Clive let the shit continue. I always question that move why Clive said, no, let the party continue. So then they said it was a one of them, alleged, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say the word on YouTube, but you know what I'm saying? One of them rituals. And that's the word I'm going to use. One of them rituals. You know what I'm saying? Alleged. But I always find it kind of interesting, bro. What nigga, if you care so much about it, man, shut down the goddamn party, man. You know what I'm saying?
Gallus's comments were echoed by Jaguar Wright in a recent interview where she claimed that Davis knew he needed Whitney back under his control, and that's why he was forcing her to have a comeback. For context, Clive orchestrated Whitney's comeback in 2009 after years of substance AB and a messy relationship which ended in a messy divorce. Her debut album, I Look to You, sold 304,000 copies in its first 7 days on the market, sending Houston back to the top of the charts and giving her the best debut week of her career. Houston still stands for the best of songwriting, the best of singing, and we know the public wants it, Clive said in 2009. There is a song on this album which is called
Nah, Lady T, you're absolutely right on that, man. She was so far gone when she performed the last few years before her death. She looked unhealthy. She wasn't supposed to perform. It's like you just put her out there for us to make a mockery of her. Because everybody can, if we on the outside looking in can see there's a problem, you on the inside should know there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't doing nothing about it. You put her on stage to perform. You know what I'm saying? They let her body stay there. Wednesday night, they let her body stay there for 5 hours while the party was going on. And that's supposed to be your friend? Like, yo, like, think about it for a second. Like, yo, all right, say you wanted the party to continue, right? Why didn't you just let them go get it? Get her body out there, so they, you know what I'm saying? Like, we already know what happened. But to leave her up there for 5 hours? Clive shouldn't have had that call. I'm not gonna lie. Clive shouldn't have had that call. No. Her family should have had that call. I don't think Clive should have had that call. Somebody should, her family should have, no, we ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. He made a mockery of her. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. In that scenario, made a mockery of the lady. Of her whole legacy, for that matter.
I Didn't Know My Own Strength, and it really speaks for Whitney. She tumbled, but she didn't crumble. In any case, Whitney did not release anything after that since her voice had been ruined due to substance AB, much to Clive's disappointment. But despite the undeniable vocal decline and the unmistakable shadow cast over Whitney's star power, Clive's optimism seemingly remained unscathed. Of course, one might wonder if his rosy outlook was fueled by the substantial coin he continued to rake in from her legacy. It's difficult not to speculate whether Clive's unwavering hope was propelled by the echoes of revenue streams rather than genuine concern. In any case, it was no secret that the music mogul appeared.
Yo, imagine that though. If her whole immediate family is not there to collect the money no more, and Bobby's still fighting, Bobby's still trying to fight to get the money. Clive's sitting on all the paper, bro. Yo, what? Clive's sitting on all the Whitney money. Oh man, a lot of allegedness is going on, but man, if this is what it is, man, oh man. The music industry is serious, man. Allegedly. I gotta throw that in there, because you know what I'm saying? I wasn't there.
Appeared to be more invested in making money than in his protege's well-being. You see, Whitney died on Feb 11, 2012, the day before the Grammy Awards. This was hours before she was to attend Davis's annual pre-Grammy party. At the time, the public and lovers of her music worldwide were devastated by her passing. However, Davis, Whitney's self-proclaimed friend and mentor, still hosted his pre-Grammy party in the Beverly Hilton Hotel on the evening of February 11th, despite the singer's body remaining inside the building until 12:45 a.m. At the start of the event, he shared a tribute to Houston, saying,
"What?
By now, sadly, you've all learned of the unspeakably tragic news of our beloved Whitney's passing."
The Grammy Award winner continued, "I am personally devastated by the loss of someone who has meant so much to me for so many years. Whitney was so full of life. She was so looking forward to tonight."
How can you care for somebody and you let the party go on till 12:40? They didn't take her body out till 12:45 in the nighttime, alleged. So all y'all was sitting there, you know what I'm saying, drinking, getting right, you know what I'm saying, shooting shit. And she's just in the bathtub. That's your partner? Come on, Clive Davis. I don't know how you spin that, though. I don't know how you spin that. You know what I'm saying? Wait, Lady T left her there because he had no use for her anymore. That's what it sounded like. He's like, yo, he had no use to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, artists are worth more dead than alive. He's still making money off of royalties. That nigga was making money off of royalties. That nigga said, fuck it, tonight we're partying. It's like that nigga said, yo, tonight we got the bag. We partying. Let the party continue. We got the bag. A legend. Oh, damn. The party started at 7. And at 12:45 a.m., they were taking her out as the guests were leaving. That's disgusting work, man. They partied the whole night. God damn it. How? And that's your partner? Sound like some partner to me, man.
Even though she wasn't scheduled to perform. Whitney was a beautiful person and a talent beyond compare. She graced this stage with her regal presence and gave so many memorable performances here over the years. Simply put, Whitney would have wanted the music to go on, and her family asked that we carry on. Whitney Houston's death on the eve of the Grammys in 2012 came as a horrific shock, if not entirely without warning.
I don't think Whitney would have wanted the shit to go on. Listen, shut this motherfucker down, man. At least if you got the body out. If you got her body out, and you want to continue the party, and you know what I'm saying? Show some condolences, fine. Because it's not your fault that it happened where it happened. Unless it was your fault. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Kind of fishy work to me, though.
The platinum-selling singer and actress was to attend Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammys bash at the Beverly Hilton that night. But instead, she died in a room upstairs after accidentally drowning in the bathtub. Whitney's death was tragic, but the heartbreak didn't end there. Just 3 years later...
You know what? Knight, maybe you're right. I guess you partied one last time. Maybe it was one last party for the road. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look at it from a positive perspective, yeah, man, one last party for the road for the kumbayas. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Whitney's daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, was found unresponsive in a bathtub, eerily similar to the way her mother died. Bobby Christina was in a coma for 6 months before she eventually passed away. Her death sparked even more conspiracy theories, particularly from her aunt, Leola Brown.
I believe that somebody, my niece, just like they killed her mother.
Leola has long maintained that both Whitney and Bobby Christina were victims of foul play, orchestrated by powerful figures who stood to benefit financially.
Didn't Bobby Christina get found in a tub like her mama? Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken. That is messed up. Both mama and daughter is the same shit. And the daughter look a lot like Bobby Brown, though. Her daughter look a lot like Bobby Brown. That nigga look like Bobby. Got Bobby teeth and everything. What he said? That was done on purpose. She wasn't supposed to be... He wanted to make a show out of it. You don't leave a friend in the hotel dead to continue partying. You don't do that to somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? I can try to spin it how you want to spin it. We can entertain it how we want to entertain it. But from a moral standpoint, it just looks fishy. It doesn't look right morally. And then from the conspiracy theorists, because we the conspiracy theorists as we are, you just giving us more fuel.
From their deaths. According to her, Bobby...
hold on. Make my monitor catch up.
Christina was targeted because she inherited Whitney's estate and was planning to expose the truth about her mother's death. You see, Bobby Christina Brown, who was born in 1993, was the daughter of two music icons, Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Whitney and Bobby Brown met in 1989 and married 3 years later. While fans often assume it was Bobby who led Whitney into a dark place, the I Will Always Love You singer herself revealed that she had a part in her substance demise. Although Whitney was a star, her substance AB led to missteps along the way. As Vanity Fair noted, she often arrived late to appearances and occasionally lost gigs. In 2009, she opened up to Oprah Winfrey about her substance addiction. She had been to rehab twice at that point, once in 2004 and again in 2005. And would give sobriety another shot in 2011.
You're just sitting there and you just watch TV and you go, that's bad.
She went on to add, "We weren't buying $20 jumbos. We were paying money. We were buying kilos and ounces. We would have our stash." Whitney Houston, the legendary songstress with a voice that could...
What? Yo, listen, man, what he say? They found her the same way. And that makes it more suspicious. Yeah, when they found, what her name, Bobby Christina? When I heard they found Bobby Christina the same way they found Whitney Houston, I'm like, yo, bro, y'all can't tell me something's not something not adding up there. And your mind not gonna tell you, yo, listen, man, I think something's going on. I think some foul plays going on here. And we heard what the sister said, the sister said. So it's kind of bad. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of bad. But that brings us to the end of the segment. And I say to myself, let me look at the poll for a second. 83% of the poll, the verdict tonight is that Clive Davis and the record executives up top had something to do with the shit. Bobby Christina was a rebel, very outspoken. She wasn't going to let Whitney's death go unheard. She knew there was more than they had to get rid of her. She's that one that was going to tell the truth. She was that one that, yo, listen, I'm not going to let this thing slide because I know y'all did something to my mama. You know what I'm saying? And then they take her out too. And there's too many situations like that where the person who had the next amount, the most amount of information had to go. You know what I'm saying? We see that happen a lot, as a matter of fact. You see what I'm saying? But if I have to say, if I have to choose in the poll, I'm going with Clive Davis, allegedly. Because Clive seems to be able to, if all went the way how it went down, Clive was going to make a lot of money off of Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? A lot of money. So it's alleged, could be that way. You know what I'm saying? But it's the time of the day, the time of the show where I salute everybody that watched it. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to you, Lady T. As always, salute to you. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to your Chico Black, Jaloso Nation. Salute to your player partner, Miss Knight, New Jersey. Shout out to everybody in New Jersey, man. You know what I'm talking about? My day ones in the building, man. You know what I'm talking about? We going to be back at it Wednesday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time roll call. I got an 8 a.m. video tomorrow. Cardi B getting at the Jesse Wu bitch and shit went back and forth. You know what I'm saying? 3 videos tomorrow, 3 videos on Tuesday. Back at it on Wednesday, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'ma see y'all. And as always, play on, player. Play on.